What is Missionforce? How does it help defense and national security organizations increase operational efficiency and productivity? Right now, we're going to break down everything you need to know about Missionforce. Carrie Chow, joined by Andrew Randall, SVP of Product Management of Government Cloud and Public Sector. Andrew, thank you, as always, for joining us here. First of all, what is Missionforce? What makes it so valuable in this specific moment in time?
Well, Missionforce, it started with a commitment. It started with a commitment from Mark and Kendall saying we need to do more with the public sector. We've been doing public sector for almost 2 decades now at Salesforce, but we needed a bigger commitment. And what that commitment now has been turning into execution. And really what Missionforce is bringing the best of the private sector to the public sector. And now we're going to be bringing that capability in all different types of areas, bringing that innovation, but not just innovation, but then tailored specifically for the public sector, for the defense and national security business.
Yeah, you know, at Salesforce, one of the things is we're always updating our tech to help customers with what they need right now, right? Not just like, oh, visionary, also visionary, but how can we help you right now? You, as SVP of Product Management, you're always paying attention to the latest trends. You're hearing from customers on what are their biggest challenges and priorities. What are you hearing, and how does Missionforce address some of those challenges?
Well, a lot of what I'm hearing hasn't, unfortunately, changed over the decades. You know, it's still siloed data, legacy systems. I have data all over the place, and not just data. I'm talking vast quantities of data, very, very large. How do I make sense of it? How do I take action on it? How do I bring it together? These are the things that governments, especially in defense and national security, have been struggling for years, decades. Well, this is where Missionforce can really help. It can bring that data together. Not just bring it together, but make it be able to have insights on that data and then take those insights and make action on them. So this is how we are helping governments, particularly defense and national security, bring that data together, breaking down those data silos, making though in a secure way so they can see everything on a single pane of glass.
I like your point about, like, we don't want data for data's sake.
No.
Right? Like, you got to make it actionable and insightful, and then that's what we're trying to do. And to your point, on a silver, like, as easy as possible. I'd love to know, can you give me some like specific examples or even practical use cases of Missionforce's features that could truly change an organization's day-to-day productivity?
Well, I'll first start with personnel. Personnel, things like recruiting, talent recruitment management, making sure we have, and that leads to readiness, making sure that our defense have the readiness. Do we have the people that we need in the places that we need them to be? And so being able to take that talent recruitment, making that efficient and effective, reaching out to the next generation to be able to defend our nation, making it easier for recruiters to make that. But not just recruiters, but all across the whole hire to retire process. There's so many things in government that limit our ability to move quickly, and we're able to break down those barriers. Again, bringing that private sector capability to the public sector, helping us to go at the speed of mission. And so that's just one area. Another area is around process automation or process operations, bringing that operations. And so if you saw in the keynote, companies like Dell with supply chain, being able to take a process and then automate it. Well, in government, it was just, okay, can I take a manual process and digitize it? Can I take a paper form and make it a digital form? Well, we can take you even further. And this is how with Missionforce process automation, can take a process and automate it. Not just automate it, agentify it. Bring it in agents and humans working together, all in one system to go fast. So not just taking a paper manual process and creating a new form in a digital, but making it agentic, making it go rapidly fast in a secure environment.
Yeah, and what people's expectations now from government, talking about talent and recruitment, people are expecting that private sector talent recruitment experience, right? Like public sector and government agencies, we have to keep up.
Yeah. Because
that's what the users, that's where the talent is going to expect. That's where we need to do to keep up with the private sector to recruit the high talent. Some organizations are still, though, several steps away from implementing like the agentic technology that we're talking about. What's the first thing organizations then need to do to get ready?
It's all about the data and getting that data management and bringing that data, breaking down those data silos. And I talked about the vast amount of data and the data silos, bringing that data together in a secure way, making sure you have the right data in context, because context is key when you're talking about AI and agentic AI. Knowing the context you're in, like knowing you're in a personnel recruiting situation, helps the agents be able to act faster and more efficiently.
Yeah. When it comes to bringing AI solutions to national security environments, how are we ensuring that we deliver that safe, secure, trusted AI?
Well, at Salesforce, our number one value has always been trust. And trust is even more important in the national security space. So we're bringing it to these secure environments. And then, of course, with our capability, we're putting in the necessary security controls at all levels and taking those best practices of zero trust and applying them to the agentic space. So that's how we're bringing it. Secure networks, and then, of course, all the history around cybersecurity, around zero trust, least privilege, bringing that not just to our apps, but also to our agents and to our AI.
It's incredible where we are, how quickly we've gotten here. What is the future of Missionforce?
The future of Missionforce is really to help government and help particularly our defense and national security, but all government, be able to execute their mission, to drive value. How can we drive better value and better mission execution if it's keeping the U.S. safe, if it's providing services to our citizens? How do we do that in a more efficient and effective way? And that's what Missionforce enables.
I love it. Andrew Randall, SVP Product Management, once again, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your insights, Andrew.
Thank you.
To learn more about how Missionforce can help your organization, go to missionforce.com or scan the QR code on your screen.